This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
Bam!
Woo!
You know what I think we need on those is we need some type of music that leads out of those into this, right? Because the bumpers are cool, right? That circle Heffron and Reapy thing, kind of reminds you of
like an ABC Worldwide Sports kind of special or movie night or something. I like it. I don't know if we can follow that.
Well, I remember there was like a movie night thing, and I was at a gas station or something. This is back when parents didn't buy you treats at will. I think parents now just pretty much, but I got one of the, what are they called? King Dongs or King Dons? You come with the hockey pucks. They're silver. It's like a cupcake. King Dongs.
Maybe.
I don't think it has the word dong.
I know ding dongs.
That's what. Yeah, not King
you're
Dongs.
thinking ding dongs.
Well, why am I thinking King Dongs? That's not a Freudian slip.
Well, maybe Donkey Kong is in your head because of the 80s looking logo.
Bad Chippendales, please welcome to the stage, King Dong.
I think that guy passed away, by the way.
But I remember getting one.
The black guy with the big dong
Yeah.
everyone was looking at? Yeah.
I remember getting, I know what it was. It was here. I got to put my old man glasses on. So it was in.
Wait, should we tell everybody what's going on? I mean, we just popped on and started talking.
That's right. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Heffron and Reap podcast. We're also live streaming it, but it's a podcast. We're just doing this, so we can see each other because we like to look longingly into each other's eyes. And
you like looking at me because of the way I dress, like this, what I'm wearing right now. I think I look the worst I've ever looked within the last 5 years.
Why?
It's bad timing because I just worked out and I ran a bunch and I took a shower. And I put on this nasty. There's a reason why I'm wearing what I'm wearing, but my face is still red. I feel like crap. Okay. I look like crap. Now that's why I look this way. We're going to get to that in a second, but you were introducing this brand new show type format thing. I cut you off.
Yeah. So welcome to, as I fix my glasses, Heffron and Reap podcast, just on live on Facebook and wherever. But we were talking about the intro because I'm if you listen to our other podcasts, I just like jingles. I like flash. Some of you might go, well, that's so you're more of fluff than content. Yeah. It's, there's a lot of fluff. Watch The Voice. They sing for 30 seconds and then there's 5 minutes of commercials and then there's a 4-minute intro package about how the person's sad and singing saved their life. We get it.
Right.
So, but for this, I had those intros made and the spinny one just puts me, is there any way we can play that? This intro, the circle thing again? Just imagine being home in your parents' finished basement that has the wood paneling walls and maybe the pole that has carpeting wrapped around it, right? And just imagine sitting and going over to your TV and going chunk, 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 chunk.
Oh, love it. I love it. The great timing, Alan Jackson. Also, can we just do that every 7 to 10 minutes?
Just reset almost. Just we get all over the place. That's him telling us to stay on point.
Well, we are streaming this live on my Facebook fan page, your Facebook fan page, and the brand new Heffron and Reap Facebook fan page. And when people watch stuff on Facebook, they just pop in and out. They don't normally stay for the whole 30 minutes to an hour, however long we're going to do this.
Right.
Well, maybe we knew every 10 minutes, just Alan hits it. Whenever Alan gets bored.
Yeah.
He'll just hit
it. So we're doing it this way, obviously podcast, and I have a lot to tell you, but those of you watching on Facebook and all that stuff, I see that you're doing comments. It's hard for me to look at those and then physically type and respond. So I feel free to comment away. But if we're not responding, we're not paying attention to you. It's just that it's physically impossible. Right. So a couple things, John. I just want to say this up front, and then we'll move on to what we're. Oh, I never finished the story. So I had the King Dongs. No, I had the King Dongs, and then
look,
but they were in the yeah, and I think there was a guy, Count Scary, in here in Detroit. He would play scary movies.
Okay.
And it was at a certain time. And then they had a 3D movie on Channel 50 here in Detroit, which was, remember you had 247 and then 20 and 50? Did you have that where you
had been different here? But yeah, I get your point. We had you had the 3 basic ones and you had that lower knob that had channels that you couldn't even.
Yeah, it was like off. So they had a 3D thing. And I was so excited to watch it. I remember getting the 3D glasses, setting it on top of the TV that was in the basement, because that was our place. And then I got those King Dong, whatever they're called, and then the silver hockey puck, and I set it on top of the cable box, and I had everything planned out. It was all ready. So when it was 8 o'clock, I'd come downstairs. It's Michigan, so it's freezing down there, but you're coming down. You're kind of looking for scary guys that get you, and then you'd go, and then the King Dong was gone. To this day. To this day, I have the feeling. I don't know who took it. I've never addressed anybody in my family about it.
Was it okay, this is interesting. I have questions.
Huh.
Who were you living with at the time?
I was 12 or 13, so pretty much everybody. So I would say it was my dad, my stepmom, my bratty 7-year-old sister. No, so Lindsay would have been 10. And Dan would have been probably 8, or, math-wise. Yeah, right. So... yeah,
could have been probably. I would blame that one on the sister, and she'll probably take that one to the grave. You know what I mean? Like she's probably never going to tell you that she did that. But
it was weird because you only.
Go ahead.
Oh, see, we only had one. Like kids now would have to. Kids now would eat a whole box, or have access to a cupboard. When you were growing up, did you have free for all on snacks and cupboard stuff, or was it kind of restrictive? Did you have to get parents to sign off, or did you free eat?
It was when I was a kid, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. They had to be handed out. I couldn't just go. It wasn't a free for all. But somewhere in my teens, I think they gave up and said, "Eat whatever you want, whenever you want," and it's been that way ever since. But yeah, it was. You had to earn the Oreo cookie when I was a kid. You couldn't just go eat a whole sleeve of Fig Newtons and that be it. You had to one or two. I mean, but that's when I was competing with my dad at the same time. Does
it seem like proportional sizes lately? I don't know about you. If you get a bag of anything, chips, sleeves, I was in Denver this past week, and they give out Thin Mints. So I stole a box of Thin Mints, after I left.
Yeah.
And last night when I got home, ate the entire box without even thinking, I should what's portion control? See, if you get a thing, I have zero problem eating an entire box of anything. I don't know how you.
That's my problem, dude. That's my problem. Portion control, and it only happens at night. When I wake up in the morning, I have no desire to eat a gigantic breakfast. And that's probably because I pigged out the night before. But I, for whatever reason, at night, when everything's done and I'm in the recliner, especially now that I live here and mom's just cooking chicken pan pie, pinto beans, cornbread, we got everything here. And I know it's literally 7 feet behind me at any time I want it. And I can't stop. But that's me at night. But anyway, this is like what you were saying with the intro. This is like appointment, going live with the new intro we have. It's like appointment television. You know what I mean? Back before you could record anything, you had to be in front of your TV at 8 o'clock. And that's kind of what that intro looks like in it. And
it stresses me out. I got a little, it makes my heart go up a little, right? There's when I started at this club in Ann Arbor, it was called the Main Street Comedy Showcase, but then it was now the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, which I hope to get to open soon. Yeah, Michigan's so closed down, everything. You can't perform really. But anyway, they used to play your intro. Roger would play the Hawaii 5-0 song. That would be your intro. It was like dun 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 dun, and then Roger come out. Welcome to the Main Street Comedy Showcase tonight. It's Haywood back, like he would say, and then I would always host back then, right? So I was so scared just to walk on stage hosting comedy and you had to, am I getting the feature act and the MC or the headliner? I heard that show like on one of those channels that just play old TV shows. Yeah. So the beginning of that theme came on, and I swear, if I had a Fitbit on or something, my heart rate jumped. Yeah, I got so nervous so fast because my body thought I was gonna have to go and introduce Killer Bees or something.
You know what song gets my heart going?
What?
You started a little. Well, maybe it's just because it was Michigan or it was that club. But for me, it was. Ladies and gentlemen, like it was from Jock Jams. Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah. And so everyone would get pumped, right? And then that's when so when I hear that song, that's what happens to me. But I always thought that was counterproductive in a weird way because everyone's got really excited. The comedians, the people inside, the patrons at the club, audience members, everyone's super ready to go. And the first thing the MC says is like, okay, don't talk. Everybody be quiet. Turn your cell phones off. Like it goes from like, let's party.
Yeah. Although, you'd have all that. You guys come on, you stupid. But first, some announcements. Cacklers are going to be. I performed at Comedy Works in Denver this weekend.
I have so many questions, man. Because I know you did Atlanta last weekend, and we talked a little bit about that last time. Mm-hmm. We're like 2 podcasts behind, by the way. We have one in the can that hasn't come out yet, and we're recording this and we're going live. It's very confusing, but y'all hang in there. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Just throw it all out there.
But now you just did Denver. You stayed in the awesome comedy condo that is there. What was it like? Social distancing? How many people? Were you washing hands? Was there?
So a couple things. Wendy Curtis, who owns the company, she I haven't worked, and she's done the most to make it safe for everybody.
Yeah.
She has these Ghostbuster backpacks that before the show, the staff walks around and just sprays all this stuff. Whether that's healthy or not, listen, that'll get us on the back end of our lives, not so much.
It makes people comfortable if they see that happening, I guess.
Yeah, and then you are from the first audience member 20 feet away from them. Easy.
Oh, wow.
Easily 20 feet away. There's a moat pretty much in front of you. So you perform. That place seats, I don't know, 600? I think they're allowed 75.
Right.
So it's spread out, but the acoustics there are so good. It felt. And you perform, you just walk back in the green room and you don't walk out when everybody's leaving. That's all I did.
Yeah.
And it was mentally healthy for me because you just feel after 5 or 6 months of not doing comedy that you just don't have a purpose in life. Like it's right. Like I see Facebook friends, like I see, people I grew up with are posting this memes. I guess entertainers, athletes, and so aren't necessity jobs or aren't aren't essential workers. And I see that and I just get so pissed. I'm like, You know what? There's people out there that they need laughter, they need a song, they need a TV show to get them out of what. So okay, we get it, right? I don't know. That was a side note, but I see that and go, okay, for every actor you're pissing on, I can name 300 people that don't have a job right now. So stay in your lane, whatever that is.
Right.
That rate gets me mad.
I've kind of.
But so that place.
Go ahead.
No, so that place is super safe. I didn't really talk to that many, anybody. Green room, nobody was allowed in. Server had masks the whole time.
Okay. Did you sell merchandise? Did you meet and greet?
No, I didn't sell anything or do anything.
Well, is that because you are worried, or do you think other people are worried?
I don't think the club wanted you to. Like, okay. I just think everybody felt it's good. You're there, but it's every city you go or state you go to is a different vibe.
Different, yeah.
So exactly. I was in Florida when this first happened. They didn't know anything was going on.
Right.
I was in Atlanta.
I would have felt like they would have made fun of me had I not done the meet and greet. You know, like called me names like, "Oh, he's gonna go hide in the green room. Come out here, pussy."
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. And then these glasses. Yeah, for just me being in Michigan. Michigan was pretty dialed down. Like you couldn't go to people's houses. You couldn't do this or that. But then
Denver was good. So
Denver's good.
There are 40 people in the crowd. That's the max.
70. There was like 75 to 100. I don't know the exact number, but it was higher.
They spaced them out. Did they remove tables, or was it just
100? Everybody was spaced out. You were not 6 foot. It felt like everyone was 12, 13, 14. Unless the people at your table.
What was it like doing comedy? Did you have to rely? I mean, was it tough remembering some of your bits? Did you try a bunch of new crap, or what did you do?
But I didn't mean to do new stuff, but you think you haven't been writing new material until you get on stage. So I went on stage and I looked at the thing and go, I haven't even done an old, like, have I even done a bit yet? And you realize you've been talking for, 20, 25 minutes. Like I had one show where I would start talking and then I would stop and look at everybody and go, what was I saying? Like I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Because but it just felt so good. Let me ask
you, did you have this problem? Did you get into a bit and then kind of forget something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a bunch.
Let's talk about that. That's fun. People like to hear those stories.
Yeah, there's a bunch but you got to figure the audience knows. Like I'm going to do another live stream soon. You got to know that you're not spitting 90 heaters right now. And it's weird because every comic in front of you does COVID, hey, stuck out. So even if you think, I got this new bit about this, it's going to be talked about a lot. So it's a fun reframe. It's fun. So so that weekend was awesome. Condo felt safe. I got cookies out of the deal. I'm back on the road again. I don't have anything planned.
That's right. That's how we got into this, was the fact that you pigged out on Thin Mints.
Yeah. About the intro. So whatever. So just side note, because we're all over the place. Again, thank you for everybody who's listening. Like I said, I'm not reading the comments right now because you see my old guy glasses. But John, one of the reasons why we're doing this right now, and I have no idea why I'm talking in an announcer voice, but at 10 o'clock tonight, American Dad, TBS, Hulu, wherever you see TBS, wherever you can do a thing, probably tomorrow, I would imagine. But tonight, John Reap is, we say guest star on a cartoon? Is that what you do? Your guest voice act? I saw it.
Well, maybe guest starring is exactly right, because I didn't have to audition for this part. Yeah. They just offered me the part, but I'm not playing myself. So it's not like I'm walking on to American Dad as John Reap. My character's name is Clenard, which is why I'm dressed this way, by the way.
You're dressed just like your cartoon character.
To dress like my cartoon character, but we've not even mentioned it for the first 30 minutes.
It's good. It's good. It's good, though. It's a soft plug is what we're doing.
Soft plug. Just FYI. But, so Clenard it's American Dad, TBS, 10 o'clock. Apparently, Stan, the lead character, dams a river. And then all of a sudden, lake people show up because there's a lake. And lake people love to get drunk and tube and do lake activities. And that's my character, Clenard. He meets my character and then wants to become a lake person. So I would say I'm about half the episode. But I don't know if it's guest starring because it's not my name. You'll see my name at the credits. You'll hear my voice. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's how people like Norm Macdonald when he would do Family Guy. Sometimes it would be as Norm Macdonald, or if Clay Aiken, it was just like Clay Aiken as Clay Aiken. I'm not John Reap as John Reap. I'm John Reap as Clenard. So
right. I love the voice.
It was cool, dude. It was nice. They just offered. You want to hear? You want me to give you a sample?
Yeah, and then I have a question for. I don't know if I want. Then now we're going to character actor this. I have a real quick story. I'm going to show you a picture, but I don't know if I want John Reap or Clenner to answer it.
Oh,
interesting. Okay, tell me. Yeah,
that's interesting. I can do both.
Okay.
And I didn't even know when I was doing the audition. I mean, not the audition, but when I was reading the lines, I had to drive to Charlotte, go to a studio. I had producers in my ear directing me of how they wanted me to do this. I had no idea what my character was going to look like. Okay.
Right.
But my character does have a red beard and a sleeveless shirt like this. He loves beer and he loves the lake. I mean, this is me. It's almost like they're doing me, but they're just not naming it John Reap. They just named it Clennard. So I feel like even if you want me to answer it as Clennard, it will be the exact same as John Reap.
Gotcha.
So I'll give you a sample. Let me give you a line from American Dad, which you'll see tonight at 10 p.m. Hey, you're the guy that made this lake. My name's Clennard. That's C as in Clennard, L as in Leonard, E as in Ennard, O as in Onard, N as in Nard, R as in Erd, and D as in Dildo. That's it.
That's the clip I watched.
That's how my character is introduced.
Yeah. That last part, the dildo part, was hilarious to me. Like, I watched it on your Instagram feed, and you're just going through like, they're staying in this bit long, right? Like, I didn't think you'd spell out. You're so used to quick stuff. I didn't think and then you. So here's my John Reap or Clennard story. So right before this podcast, I live on this farmhouse thing. Not a lot of people, only the people who live down my street are ever down my street, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have a doorbell. I had a census guy knock on the door recently, and I turned and I have a picture window, and I saw somebody just staring at me. And the scariest, literally, I have to get curtains. It's super scary. So I'm running around today. I hear a real light, faint little knock, just like is that like a woodpecker? I go, it's a neighbor kid. I don't want to disrespect him. I don't know how old he is, 10, 11, drives around on his Kawasaki. He's got a motorbike, and I'm on 700 acres. So this kid's always whipping around, and you just kind of see him all the time. Because I just wiped out by your driveway. I'm like, oh no, he doesn't look like something broken. He goes, there's a paper wasp nest that I almost fell on that's right in your driveway on this tree. My dad knows somebody who's passed away from those attacks. I just want to let you know that it's right there if you want to, just to let you know so it doesn't, they don't attack you. And then I asked the kid, I go, how do you get rid of them? He's like, well, you can shoot them. I can get like a shotgun and bring it over and we can just shoot. I'm like, you're 11 or 12. Can we stop talking about guns on my property? Like, you're 11. You're not going to. So, but I don't know how to get rid of this. Yeah. And I've heard like Alan, if it's not throwing back the booze, if you can show a pic, can you see? Alan, is there a way you can do it where there's two of us and then the picture is to the right? That looks like okay. I don't love it. There seems like there should be a better way for our $19 a month that we pay for this service. But throw the picture back up so John can see it. Yeah, that's Little John. And then
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks 1992 Photoshoppy. But anyway, John, you see it, and everyone.
I can see. I'm very familiar with these types of.
How do you get rid of it? Do I get? Here's what I've been thinking. I get a flamethrower and I burn the tree down, and then I try to douse the tree after those are on fire.
Yeah.
I do a couple shots of tequila, go out there with a hockey stick, see what happens. What would you do?
I've seen people try to smoke those things, try to burn those things. There's many ways to do it. You just got to find some brave dude. Maybe if somebody over there, like my neighbor actually has honeybees that he I don't want to say grows them, but he has his own honeybee collection over there.
Yeah.
And this dude's got the whole outfit. So I would maybe find someone with an outfit.
So
you don't want to mess with this by yourself.
Here's what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Right. How it's set up. I would only scratch my Jeep a little. If I just floor it and I run it over with my Jeep.
Well, Is the Jeep? Does the Jeep have hole? I mean, is it an open Jeep? Are you going to have the hood? I mean,
no, it's a brand. It's a lease. I don't necessarily want to get it.
I don't care about. I'm saying about like the access, bees getting to your skin.
Can you imagine? That's how I die, dude. Can you imagine?
Like if you, well, first of all, it'd be like, let me take this motorcycle and knock over a bee. You're still going to get stung. You need something.
I don't know how wasps would get up in there though.
Well, a Jeep. when you say Jeep, I'm thinking it's
a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's we don't really go off road kind, but it's a nice. Okay. So I don't think anyone could get me. So I thought about that. I thought about pulling up next to it, opening the window, and shooting. You can't really shoot it with a gun because then it's not you're gonna get one or two bees. So I was gonna spray it with something.
Yeah.
And then I thought about the flamethrower. And then this weird thought came in that I just hire somebody probably tomorrow that's a exterminator that comes in, some guy. But that's probably a couple hundred. I'd rather spend the money on something else.
Do you have a flamethrower?
No, but I could go to Menard. I was at Menard. Like I could go to a place.
I got a buddy who bought this device. So when I go camping with my friends, I don't know which guy got this. It is it was made for burning weeds. It is a long pole that has a little bit of a butane tank on one where the handle is, and you just you ignite the other end, and it's a little tiny flame. It's not like a flamethrower,
right?
But I feel like you might be able to use that. Like if you were to, I got it. Get a water gun, the kind of water gun like it's a backpack Ghostbusters water gun, freaking.
So super soaker?
Super soaker. Put gasoline in a super soaker.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Hose it down. Okay. Then this is a 2-man job. Hose it down, and then somebody else throw the match, and then you run. And if you do this, please film it.
Oh my God.
I need to see all of this.
I read the comments, the ones I could see. Somebody suggested towards the bottom, I didn't see their name or anything, that they tried to handle it themselves. I believe her name was Rose or something. And she got stung. Yeah, Lisa, I'm sorry. Watch out and then call a pet solution. Tried to take care of one myself and got stung 30 times.
Yeah, right. And those wasps, those hurt, man. These ain't honeybees.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with, I would not mess. Honestly, I was joking around. I wouldn't mess with that damn thing. I'd call somebody. I mean, what is it? $100 at the most.
Then you start thinking, like, what, for $100 I can get an iPad Pro? What a waste.
Right.
Or I even watched one video that
this could be good content too, like just content. Like we need content for the podcast.
Somewhere like let them because they kill. Wasps do have a purpose. I don't know what. But they're like, leave them because they're out. But it's my driveway, and I can't even mow the lawn right there. So I'm thinking.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
In the beginning of this story, you mentioned a kid on a bicycle standing on your.
Oh yeah, he's the one who. I know he's on a motorbike. He's the one who let me know about the wasp nest that he wiped out just on the other side of it, and he goes, "Hey, just want to let you know there's a huge wasp, a paper wasp thing right there." Or I would have known.
I'm puzzled by this kid. What a nice thing. Like, if you wiped out, I wouldn't. You get up and dust yourself off, and no one saw it. You keep going.
You know what he says to me, John? This kid. So my family. This is where I love this street I live on. It's nothing but cornfields. Okay. Mm-hmm. And by the way, my new joke is when I used to love Children of the Corn, the movie.
That's exactly where I went.
Malachi, because when you're a kid, they would kill old people, and you're like, fuck old people. Yeah, they deserve to die. But now, being 50, I'm the age of the people that they kill. So now it's changed right? There's that. Right. And so they have a Fields of Dream game. So it's all cornfield. The families that live on my street, they have a field for baseball, and the families just play. And the kid I'm telling you about, I won't say his name or anything, but he shows up in full garb. He's got the stuff underneath your eyes so you don't get reflection from the sun. They do it right. So there's kids whipping around on 4-wheelers around here that are 9 that are driving like they're 50-year-olds in Ford Tauruses going to their next meeting. So
I know this kid. This kid was in Bad News Bears. He smoked cigarettes.
He's Tanner Boyle. Yeah, he's Tanner. Remember that kid?
Yeah. Like the ugliest kid of all time somehow got the chick, and he was the badass in Bad News Bears. I remember that guy.
Kelly. What was the guy's name? Kelly, right? That was the actor.
Yeah, I mean, he's great, I'm sure.
This kid he's got a
kid.
gold chain. He's thin. He drives around, and he goes, I just want to let you know. And as he goes, you're just like the funniest guy on the street. I just didn't want you to get like stung a bunch. I go, appreciate it.
Now this is making sense, buddy. Yeah. Because at the very beginning, I'm like, why would a random kid pull up at your house and just to tell you about a wasp? He wanted to meet John Heffron.
Yeah,
okay. You were trying to be humble, and I like that.
I sold him a book. A book, and then I told him about my Spotify. Yeah. So then he started giving me suggestions of how to get. I go, well, how do you? I know his dad. I'm like, how do you get that off? And he started being a 12-year-old with ideas, and every one of them sounded just like he was that coyote ordering shit from Acme. I'm like, this is not gonna. There's no reason why we need to climb onto our roof to get a better vantage point. And we had this whole, he was thinking, he's like, well, we can take water balloons and throw the water balloons from your roof. I'm like, no, man, no, yeah.
Wait.
You steal a car and drive the car into the tree.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But this, okay. How old did you say it was? 12?
He's.
Okay. So he's probably on TikTok or Snapchat. He probably wants followers. He's probably a little daredevil, right?
I want him to get
why don't you, in an effort to get young new followers, team up with this kid and start doing hilarious stunt TikTok videos and start with the wasp nest?
I think it's a ruse to get him to buy him booze 4 years from now. I gotta be a little standoffish, Although I do.
Yeah, you don't want to be too eager.
Well, they're the dads that drive the John Deeres. They'll pass each other, so I'll see them come like that, and then they do that head thing, and then they go because everyone owns the property around me. My house is in the middle of all these farms, and I want to ask them so bad if they will show me how to drive the John Deere and lift the bucket up, because I just want to do that scene from Footloose where they play chicken.
100%.
I need a hero. I need a hero on the edge of the night. He's
gotta be strong, and he's gotta be
I'm pit sweating late, I believe. What else?
Yeah. So listen.
Just hire somebody.
I want to remind people that if you're on my Facebook fan page, I haven't even looked at any of the comments because we're doing this for a podcast as well. We are simultaneously going live on my page, John Heffron's page, and our fan page at the same time.
Yeah,
we're raising awareness of our podcast.
Yeah,
that we're recording this, and it will come out later also as a podcast, or you can watch the whole thing live right now. We just want you to know that we exist, and we're still doing funny things. And this is one of the things that we do. We do random conversations. We also come with. I think we've said this before. One of the things that we should do in our podcast is some sort of invention, right? We want to come up with new inventions and that kind of stuff. So that's going to be something that we do. We've already kind of done. Go back and listen to some old episodes if you want to know what we've done already. Is there a way we can put a link up to the actual podcast, Apple Podcasts, so people?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You can get. I'm going to go the long version here, John Reed.
Yeah.
If I was going to say, if they text the word John JOHN to the number 90210, there's a link for us on my stuff,
right? And
also my book and stuff. But you can hit one button with your thumb, and we need to create that for the Heffron and Reap, and then we could have your button, my button. Then we need to do that. So our people, our team of people that are in the office building that are helping this come true. There's no team of people.
It's one person. His name is V. Allen Jackson.
Yeah.
Right. He's making all this the scroll down there. He's doing all that.
Yeah, there's that, and there's all this stuff. I started reading the comments for a second, John Reap, and maybe if Alan has any good ones, he can think. But I stopped because I saw one negative Nancy Karen. my little rant earlier about how I don't like the entertainers aren't essential. Somebody goes, well, because we're sick of the hot. What? How are me and John Reap Hollywood? Seriously, like.
That's gotta be sarcasm. I don't
think. I don't know.
I definitely don't think. Well, that's why I came up with country-ish. Like the ish part of that is me. This is my Hollywood life. That's the ish. That's me. That's how much Hollywood I am, and this is how much country I am. Seeing the difference in size and font.
Yeah, because you've been saying you've been country-ish for just a long time since I've met you.
That's right.
You've always posted, and I'm glad you finally have merch after the years and years of country-ish and talking about it on stage and all that stuff. They finally.
Thank you. That's been my brand for a long time. It's like even my first special was Metro Jethro, like half city boy, half redneck, country-ish. It says the same thing. We've done a country-ish podcast. We've done probably about 40 of them, 39. And we do one a week, so there's 52 weeks in a year, so almost a year of country-ish podcast, and we've got good guests. We've had Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy. Coming up soon, we're going to get Pauly Shore. He's scheduled. Bert Kreischer, Nate Brigazzi, you. So it's been out there for quite a while. Everyone should go check it out, but also check out John Heffron's book.
Yeah, the holding deal. So I can't get these glasses. They're $50. So I was doing my Kid with the Cape, but I'm not going to stop because I like it. And now that I can do this, but just getting guests is a pain in the ass. Like I've reached out to friends, and it's just it's a pain in the ass.
It's hard to do.
I don't like hearing no, and then I get pissed at the people, and I get it.
Dude, I'll tell you what, it's humbling. And I don't like asking for favors. I hate it.
Yeah.
But what you got to do, I mean, you just got to suck it up. And I hate doing it, and I've done it. But I've gotten to the point where it's like, I think everyone now, especially comedians, speaking of non-essential type people,
stay in your lane.
Actors and comedians. Yeah. Since they can't do their job, they're at home, and so you have no excuse to tell me no right now. It's like, and if they still say no, that bugs me.
So what do you think of this idea, right? So forever I've talked about there should be a church that is based upon 80s lyrics. Because kids did it, whatever my old bit is, on stage I'd always go, and you might ask yourself, where is your beautiful house? Because you can never be, and you would do. So here's what I bought on Amazon. I have a members only jacket coming. Ooh. I got an Atari shirt. I have parachute pants. I have intros made for them. And I think I'm going to do a sermon or whatever you call them, parables or whatever, that have a legit positive message. Okay. And I'm just going to take one or two lyrics from an 80s song and build upon that. So I would go, as they say in the Genesis CD, track 3, verse 4, and then just build on that for a minute, dressed up. You think that's cheesy? Do you think that'd be fun?
No, I
think the bit would get old?
I definitely think it'd be fun.
Should I do it on here? Should I do it on our?
You should totally do it on here. I love anything 80s. That's also kind of our thing, is like we're 80s dudes. I would love to see that. And also one of my favorite things that you did, which we haven't even talked about on this podcast, you took a damn dance class from the guy from the movie Breakin.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Like
one of my favorite movies of all time, Breakin 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Which you can get on Amazon.
Movie, but as a kid, I loved it because I like breakdancing. Well,
you showed me.
Yeah.
He showed me the wrist roll. See, this is what Ozone was trying to teach. He was trying to teach Kelly. Yeah. He showed me it's the wrist. Like I still.
No stopping us. No stopping. There it is.
We could get him on this podcast, dude. Like he's a super cool guy. And when I met him, when I met him, it was super intimidating because I used to me and my buddy Gary Jow, we'd rent Breakin, and you have to get the VCR from the video store. Like my parents didn't own a VCR. You'd have to grab the thing, and then we'd rent. Here are the movies we'd always rent. It was always Breakin, Purple Rain, and then you'd try to go dirty, but there wasn't. There wasn't the porn, or there was. You were too young. There wasn't a porn.
Well, it would be like a rated R comedy.
Yeah. So here are the dirtiest non-dirty, and if you see them now, you're like, what? It was Hot Dog the movie. Did you ever see that one?
Oh, it's about
I will have
guys who like guys who show off when they're skiing. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I will have Sunny Side Up, Sunny Side in the morning. Like, and then there was this young lady Chatterley. Did you ever see those two?
Dude, that's more than R. I mean, that's like
that was maybe the dirtiest thing. Like
that you got that in the video store with other regular movies.
Yeah. Young Lady Chatterley, Young Lady Chatterley too.
Love her. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
My. Yeah. That was one of the first.
Right?
I think it was a porn. I don't think it was a regular movie.
I think it was.
I think someone messed up and put the wrong VHS in the wrong. Oh yeah. Thank you, Alan Jackson. See that?
Yeah, but that's not like if you see that now. It wasn't a porn. It wasn't a porn, dude, because you could rent it
the
from
last scene where there's people are rubbing cake on each other, and it's going down. That's funny. I remember this movie and that title. That's how much it stands out.
And remember, you'd have that in your VCR, and you couldn't just like stop it. You'd have to have that played, and then if somebody came in, there was a lot you had to have plotted out because you couldn't get and turn it off or hit pause quick enough if somebody was to come down the stairs or.
Oh,
but yeah, it was
funny.
Hard Bodies.
You ever see? Talking about you had to have a good remote control game. So, like if you got the remote, you got the VHS play in, and it's something that's questionable. You had to hit the TV VCR remote button quick enough to go to the TV.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to be airing.
Yeah.
So maybe you leave it on ESPN or some
and flip
game.
over. Yeah, you had to go.
Someone walks in, one button. Yeah. Meanwhile, the movie's still playing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hit pause, well, they see that.
There was I'm trying to think.
Stop. It hit stop. It takes 2 minutes. Noise.
Yeah, that chunk or eat it.
The TV
or something.
VCR button was the fastest button to get out of trouble.
I don't know if I know of any because those movies back then were so. Yeah, Young Lady Chatterley. I think there were only 1 or 2 scenes, but there were those weird scenes where, as a kid, it's anytime the girl was kind of on top of the guy. They were doing moves I've never like. They were just doing a lot more. Like, and then everyone's sweaty, and then the positioning is weird. You're like, how is that guy's like? It was weird.
I remember. I just remember cake getting rubbed on people and eaten off of people. And I also want to give a shout out to how quick Alan Jackson pulled up the Lady Chatterley VHS image. So it's not just me and you who know that, man. I think like he had that.
I already had it in my library, so I just kind of pulled it up real quick. So that's all. But
that's what I'm saying. The speed of that gave you away.
Hard Bodies. Ever see that one?
It's so
pull up the cover of that.
So familiar, yeah.
Hard Bodies, Hot Dog, Last American Virgin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Hot Dog. Yeah,
I have that on VHS downstairs still. That was such a good movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Though I think the cool kid in Hot Dog was also in summer school as one of the guys who loved the gory movies.
It was Chainsaw and blah blah blah. It was 2 guys. You're right.
Am I correct?
Chainsaw and the second guy.
Was one of the lead guys in Hot Dog?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But that was there was only 1 boob scene in all of Hot Dog, by the way. There's only 1, but we thought it was so dirty. She's in a hot tub and she gets out and that's it.
That's all you needed back then.
That's it. There's Hard Bodies, that one, and what was the other one that's just engraved in my? I don't know. I'd always kind of look though, because you look at the cover this is back. They used to hand you a manila or a binder, a 3-ring binder, and you would. God, I sound so old, but you would page through it, and it would be the jackets of the VCR in the binder.
Okay.
So then you would look, and you'd go silk satin. That kind of looks. It's got the word silk. It has the word satin in it.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that. And then you would guess, and you get home, and then you would just fast forward. You're like, oh my God, right? Because remember how like HBO movies used to be back then? Not now, literally now, like on HBO Max at night, or you're like, this is porn, right? They're allowed. This is full on. But back then it was all just weird cutaways, and just so you really didn't get.
Yeah, I remember there was a place near my house. It was a gas station, and they also had candy. And they had, when VHSs came out, they just started renting out movies in this one weird room. And you'd go in there and you'd walk around. I mean, they didn't have an adult section. Everything was just lumped together: comedies, drama, whatever. But I remember as a kid looking at we didn't have the binder. It was actually like a library. You had to walk around and pick up the empty cover of the VHS tape, right? That they just put as a display, and you'd see it, right? And you'd, like the hot dog display, there's hot chicks on it, cartoon chicks, but you're thinking, okay, there's hot girls in this. And then you flip around the back, and it would say nudity or brief nudity. All I needed was an R rating and a brief nudity or
adult content, adult nudity,
sexual content.
Yeah.
That's Lady Chatterley's lover right there.
Oh, that movie. Would you get at right? That almost like cover seems dirtier than what I remember the cover. Wait, that's your Lady Chatterley. Try. Oh, young. I don't see it on there.
Lady
yeah, there's one. Yeah. She's in like a limo is the cover. And if I get that right, I need to, like, it's one of those old cars, and she's in front of, that's the cover I remember. Could be wrong. I'm sure they changed up the title. Yeah. By the way, side note, since we're talking about the 80s, want to see what I got recently?
Mm-hmm.
Did I show you this?
Oh, I remember you talking about the old, that's a wall phone, dude. Not only is that a rotary phone, that's designed to be hung on a wall.
Yeah, it's on there.
Not
so
just
we
a
just
wall,
watched
but a wood panel wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? On the last podcast, this is the phone I was telling you about when we're like, you did the thing. Get me the president on the line, please. Like, he talks with this one on Morgan.
Yeah. No, it's get Sack on the horn.
Yeah, get Sack on the horn right here, okay? Yeah. I was thinking all the stuff you would do with this phone. Like, I don't know. No, you come over. I can't. I'm grounded. What are you doing? No.
How long is the cord, dude?
Okay, I'm gonna visually show you. Okay, right? I don't.
Let's see how long that cord is. Oh my God! Yeah, here we go.
Hold on. It's all wrapped up in all these other cords, but
you could go. Okay, so if that's on the wall, you could you could take that from the kitchen all the way to your bedroom down the hall. People would have to
go to prom. I'd like the number for Domino's Pizza, please. Pine Trail. Yeah. Remember, you'd call and like, okay, so Empire Strikes Back's on at Theater 4 at 4, 7, 11. Dude, I don't want
pepperoni. Right.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, you want a double pepperoni? I can't. You talk to him. I can't. Everyone's talking to me. I don't know how to order. Prop comedy.
That phone brings back memories, man. My mom used to work at a phone company when I was a kid. Look at that, damn. We had that exact same phone, dude. We had the exact same phone. Why did they make
somebody a zero? Ever talk to somebody like?
Oh, right, the worst.
I still do my phone number 437. Yeah, and it's cell phone.
Why did they make 911 the emergency number, knowing that 9 took forever?
Yeah,
why did they make it 111?
You think? I don't know, but I found this old phone, and then I was going to put it on the wall because in this house they have where there's still one other. There's an 80s, so that's what you remember. Down in my laundry room, there's an 80s one, like a slicker plastic, but it looks very 80s.
Yeah.
And I was gonna hang this up because you see where there used to be a wall phone. There's people over the years took it down.
Put it up, dude.
But then I'm afraid, like a scary movie. What happens if it rings? I was like, puppies.
No,
Have you
need
checked
to
the
put that up,
wash
dude.
nest lately?
You know what's going to happen? You need to put that phone up in your house. And I know you said the walls talk to you. There are things in your walls.
The house has called me.
So maybe whoever's trapped in your walls could just physically, now they have a way to talk to you.
Yeah, right. Like, so the house has ghosts, but it can only respond to you through a dial phone that nobody has had plugged in for 20 years. And I'm the guy who moves here, and finally the house.
Because that's when they died was in the 80s, and they don't know
so
how
it's
to
trapped in whatever phone system technology is around when they died.
Right.
Like if I plug in an Atari 2600, that's how it.
Right. Oh man,
dude,
you're on to something here. Can you add this to the holding deal? Can this be a holding deal part 2?
Where the house just calls through a rotary. Yeah. I would ask if this house called right now, I would be like, yeah, okay, I got Remember that? You're just like, well.
Oh
okay.
yeah, you had to have the shoulder trick, dude. That's
dude, this right
remember
here.
They made the thing for the shoulder. They made one. They made a thing that would attach to the phone and go to your shoulder, so you could do like that.
Remember, because you do this, and then your parents would be like, "Stop! Put it down! Leave your not now." So anyway, I got, or they would hack it in war games.
Oh, I remember that. That was great.
He got the tab.
Yeah. Whatever.
But I'd ask the house, I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast with Jon and Reaper live on Facebook, and I'm up in the my office area. Yeah, anyway, you cannot make this room 120 degrees when the rest of the house is 65. Okay, I got to get back to the podcast. Thank you, house. I love you.
And you could slam those phones, too. That's back when you could slam a phone. Madison.
You just pissed.
How that is.
Yeah, like, right? Because even that. Fine, either way, but we're done. Oh, you know how good that felt?
Oh, right.
I don't know.
My mom, I was going to tell you this. My mom used to work at a phone company. Long story short, we got all kinds of phones up in this house, for real cheap, right? Everybody had a phone in their room, but it was those kinds of phones with the spirally cord, the rotary. And one time, somehow, we got this lamp. It was a lamp. That was a payphone made into a lamp. Okay, so we're talking. Just think of a desk lamp, right? Maybe a little bit bigger than a desk lamp, like an end table lamp, right? Mm-hmm. And the middle of it was a old payphone where you would put a coin in, and there was a slot at the end, but it wasn't rotary. It was a touch dial, but it was all metal. It was really cool, and it didn't work, but we loved playing on that thing. And had that thing ever rang, it would have scared the crap out of me. So I get it, dude. I got this thing called. Do you use Textful at all?
No.
Right. So I'm using Textful to alert people about my episode of American Dad.
So we have to go. I want JD to not go to bed mad. Open loops. He said we were talking about movies. Young Lady Charlie, hot dog. Last week, he's like, how are you not talking about Porky's?
Oh, of course.
That one's like Porky's.
All of them, there's 3 Porky's, and all of them are great. Porky's, that's right up there with. That's better than Hot Dog in terms of. I mean, it's a better movie. There's more nudity in it. There's that crazy. Oh, it's the chick from the New York Girls or whatever. Girls in New York, Sex in the City. One of the hot chicks in Sex in the City was the girl that would howl if you got her to the men's locker room. Right? And Kitty Cattrall or whatever freaking name was. But she was a young Kitty Cattrall or whatever. Same chick from Mannequin, dude. The movie Mannequin.
Yeah.
Hang on. That's what I'm talking about. See, now that girl in Porky.
It's weird how those images, right? So do you have those images burnt in your head? Like you saw a picture of her now. Like just seeing that from back then. Those are, I don't know. I had
there were some great nude scenes in Porky's. Very, very.
But they were big because you were so young. That's why
Yeah. I'm getting all these emails, and there's a ding going off in my ear. Are you hearing the ding going off?
I'm not hearing the ding, but I'm hearing it on your
not hearing
things. I in LA. This is gonna be some more Hollywood BS. I was at a gym in LA and I was working out. Then we kept changing on the machine. This woman was like, "Hey, can I do sets when you're blah, blah, blah." And it was Cynthia Gibb. I don't know if you know who she is. So she's the girl in Young Guns. Not Young Guns, I'm sorry, Young Blood. She's in Young Blood with Rob Lowe, who's a hockey player, with Patrick Swayze.
Is that a hockey related film?
So I saw at the South Lion Cinema, they showed Young Blood. We went and then we left the movie, bought a ticket, and went and saw the next showing. Because there's a scene where Cynthia Gibb, it's a PG movie, but she's literally wearing Calvin Klein, not even a thong, not even a thong. This was the 80s, so not even, but just whatever underwear she had, I had not seen, but it wasn't sexy underwear.
Right. Okay.
So we watched the movie twice, and then all through high school, we always kind of talked like, yeah, it's young. Oh, you can get it on VCR now. Now you can watch it. So we were working out, and now looking back, it was probably wrong that I shared that. I didn't say anything gross. I told the story the same way I just told you. Nothing disrespectful. I just said, hey, I was young. We saw that movie twice, just because of the Calvin Klein underwear. And she couldn't have been cooler to me. And to this, maybe she just walked away. The whole time I was talking, I was like, man, she's chatting me up. I like this was 15, 20 years ago. No, this was 20 years ago, probably. So I was younger.
You think you bringing up the fact that you watched it twice is why she just like, okay, well, I'm out. I'm going to walk away now.
Maybe now, like I would never say anything remotely close. I don't think that was inappropriate.
I would have said that like had I got her number and then it was like the next day, maybe the third date go like, oh, by the way.
I didn't say your ass looked good. All I said is like, oh, I remember watching the movie twice because we saw girls' underwear for a half a second.
But that's also just you being honest, and I'm sure I wish you would appreciate that. Yeah.
No, she was. Yeah, I creeped her out. Yeah, I creeped her.
I don't know what I would do if I ran into someone from Lady Chatterley's Lover if I recognized them.
No, she was. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if people are up there in age, so I don't want to talk to parents. But she was married to a comic. You know that?
Her last name is Gibb.
That's Cynthia Gibb from Young Blood. Young Lady Chatterley. Was married to Richard Belzer. It was his wife, or was his wife, or his ex-wife. Oh, they were married.
Now I don't like that movie at all.
Right, just go backwards in time.
It just ruined everything. I will never watch it again. And I like him. I just don't like that she chose him.
Lassie, a couple people said that Lassie was the girl who squealed. But even now, listen, 2020, I don't feel comfortable talking about a fictitious character and the noises that she makes. That's none of my business, and I'm respectful.
There's a lot of 80s movies they couldn't make anymore.
No, they're all a lot of creeper.
Did we talk about this already? Revenge of the Nerds. They could never make Revenge of the Nerds again because they basically penny raided a sorority house, put cameras in it, and watched them shower. Okay, that's Revenge of the Nerds, and you forget about that creepy part. And even
all those were Animal House.
Animal House.
Belushi with the ladder. That was that equivalent of putting cameras in.
Yeah,
all those 80s movies. Like
and then the scene where the lead nerd, who was dressed as Darth Vader, at some function, has sex with the girl, the hot chick. But she thinks she's having sex with her boyfriend. And then at the end, he takes the mask off. She goes, oh, you're that nerd. I mean, isn't that kind of
that is right. That you can't.
God, I miss the 80s.
All right. This is where we need
Are you about to read something?
This is where he needed to switch to get rid of that.
Y'all ready for this?
They play that at Detroit Red Wing games and whatever. No song I heard recently, and then I know you got to go because you got your big television star. 10 p.m. tonight, American Dad, TBS.
Voiceover, whatever. It's not me.
Or its name, and you're gonna hear all about it tonight.
American Dad, 10 p.m. Eastern. Look for Clinard, aka John Reap.
I have an idea for our next podcast. We'll
There's my character. Look at that. That's me, dude. Can you see that?
Oh, now I can.
Check that out. Look how close they got it. I'm trying to wear the same thing, but that's a blue shirt. Sleeves are cut off. My hat's not. Let me turn my hat backwards.
Turn your hat backwards.
And I got a mustache. That guy's just got a straight up Amish beard.
Well, I liked it like Russell Crowe gets in character and Matt Weddabale loses a lot of weight. So I like what you did for the cartoon.
Thanks,
getting
buddy.
into the character. Cutting your brow. I remember when you went through that. I'm like, why is your face so weird? You're like, I'm doing a TV thing. It's just a character I'm doing.
Thank God you people like you, friends, they recognize these little things. Little things. I do a lot of tiny things that no one notices, but it doesn't slip past you, and I appreciate that.
I saw the effort you put in. That's why tonight, 10 o'clock, American Dad. Just respond on Twitter. Go, hey, that redneck guy was hilarious. I don't know. What do I plug, John? People click on things. We can't get to comments unless Alan found any, but I tried to read some. We kind of Crimes of Passion.
Let's ask Alan if he picked a good one or if anything has run past him. He could pop up here and say something. We've been going live for an hour and 1 minute, so
we can be done. By the way, Cincinnati Funny Bone is opening. They say.
Here's Alan.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's really just a lot of people talking about soft porn films from the 80s. That's really
that's really all this work to have content, but soft porn from the 80s. We should just I'm sure there's podcasts.
That's a whole podcast episode right there. Actually, yeah, I've actually got some now to add to our library, so I need to kind of check out. So,
get any pictures?
No pictures coming in. Just Anthony Perkins was in one with somebody. I don't know about that. Crimes of Passion with Kathleen Turner. That one was mentioned a couple times.
Oh, did you ever see Body Heat? Remember Body Heat?
Yeah, Body Heat. Body Heat was pretty good. Yeah. That's really all the comments are right now. Just porn titles.
Porn. Yeah. I think we found the level of everybody. Good. We'll make it more soft. Okay, I see an intro with softcore porn music, by the way.
Hey, that's where my brain is headed, buddy.
Right.
We got to do a whole episode about softcore porn and how valuable it is as opposed to this hardcore stuff. Because
hardcore thing, like it's too like it's not a thing. However,
it has its purpose. But softcore, I don't know. There's value in that. We'll explore that in another episode. How's that?
There's a whole market for, I believe, Hallmark After Dark.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? You take those storylines, throw a little bit of little grime action, a little extra. You don't have to show anything. Just a little heated, little. A little bit more kissy.
49 shades of gray. Not 50. We don't need all 50. We just
49.
I'm just trying to step it back. You know how 50 shades of gray is this? We need to go down to like just 30 shades, maybe.
Just like almost even ramp it up. Like, we don't got to start spanking. We don't got to get a room. How about I just text you a couple times without spelling errors? How about that? Like, I'm sure that's a turn on. I've gotten a couple times. Like, what are you talking?
I'm already liking you more if that's a possibility, and I'm not even into you that much.
Well, John Reap, good luck on your show tonight. I think we should do this more often, more than once a week. There'll be a new Heffern and Reap. By the way, Heffern and Reap Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, you want these alerts that are doing the live. We'd like the Brady Bunch. We're trying to mesh. Maybe if you've not heard John Reap, he's got some hilarious stuff and all this stuff. It's not the word some, and vice versa. We're trying to whatever, because you got to do what you got to do. We're tying the lifeboats together right now in this crazy world.
That's right.
Hit the like button.
check out John Heffron's The Holding Deal, available on Amazon right now.
Or stream. If you have Pandora, create a John Reap and the John Heffron station. That's always big. That helps us. Spotify.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're talking about Sade. There's big stuff on Twitter today, and there's a beef with my girl. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing her, and then people, if you see my montage, that's all Sade pictures. You guys know that about me. You can also get the John Heffron Sade mix on Spotify. If you go Sade comedian John Heffron, my mix pops up.
Now I'm curious. I don't know why there's a beef, but we'll find out next time. That bugs me because I love her too.
Some other singer singing, some girl singer, some youngin stepping up.
All right. Well, how do we do we have an outro, Heffron?
We don't. Let's just play. We don't have an outro.
Wait a second. I wonder if V. Allen Jackson has any of the old things that from like just the podcast, not this stuff, but we can't.
No. Nope, I don't. We're gonna play the same stuff you guys played at the beginning, so that's gonna be your outro for tonight.
All right, yeah,
we'll come up with something new
for the ending.
Not the live stream now. Play the '80s one, just the one.
Yeah, just the one. All right, that's what we'll do.
Post. I'm gonna look through the comments now and thing and and good luck, everybody. Be safe. Wear masks. And
I'm gonna go watch myself on television.
I'll stay in my lane. Watch John Reap tonight. It's the most important thing. Let's regroup, John Reap. I'm gonna stare at you, I know Alan turned it off completely.
Since you love the Heffron and Reap show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reap, have low self-esteem. So please validate them by ranking them and making them seen. So no matter what you do,